What's up everyone, Speedy here. In this 1v1 video, we're going to be doing 2 live games as well as 1 replay review, so let's get right into it. Here we are in game number 1. Have this pad here. Good early chow there. Get the early bump here. Control touch. Nice. Good setup there. Good awareness to look for the bump early. Opponent wasn't really thinking about the bump, but getting pop car, that's good. Want him to go for that boost, that's fine. Focus on recovery. Try to keep them awkward. Just keep that pressure on. Not ideal. If I got a better setup on the dribble, it would have been okay. Just take time. It's gonna bounce. It's a great bomb. That was well played. Gonna get there? Oh, fuck you, game. Some horseshit ass stuff right there, but okay. Annoying. It's unfortunate. I committed for that. I was really high committal. Nice round the delay. Grab pads. Don't really care about big boost. Nice. I was expecting a cut, so I just don't cut yet. And get a free gold. So what you want to do is let them overcommit, and then once they overcommit, then you get a free possession, you get a free outplay. So those are small things, but kind of be aware of those opportunities here. Go for the delay. Play around him. He's not going to get that. Go for the quick bump. Nice. Why? Okay. Here we are in game number 2. Swing this left. Nice. Got a free possession. Make him waste all his boost. There we go. No, what am I doing? Okay, that was weird. That was such a weird first fucking minute. Super weird first minute, but okay. Wait for this. It's gonna cut here. That's actually the most fucking annoying bump you could possibly have gotten. Oh, he just has space. Okay, of course it's gonna do that. Yeah. Of course he's gonna do that. Plus the Diamond 3, you're gonna be going against C3s a lot. Should be expected. Gotta flip less. Nice try. that was actually super clean movement tech. Just basic, boom, pop, and then shot. Nice. I like that. Flip right. Grab pad, grab pad. Press for the 50. Exactly what I want.
Oh my god, that was the most insane flick I've ever done. Holy shit. Bar down ski. Holy shit.
God damn! Alright, it's good pressure here. Grab boost pad, and we should be good. Let's early chow that. It's not really in the scoreable position. Can't really commit for that. Early jump there, just a tiny bit. You see how like the early jump can be pretty effective. Here, go for this pad and then fake, just to force him to kind of play into a spot that's less comfortable. He's gonna go for the bump. I mean, that's just fundamentals. That's just all fundamentals. Just super, super slow. Just take your time and then play for the opponent to make that mistake. Okay. I talk about fundamentals and I did that. That is the most speedy thing of all time. Speedy in a nutshell right there. Go for the delay and then a fake. Trying to make it an awkward possession for him. That boost. Can't score that, so don't have to tunnel vision for that. Good defense there. Okay, just have to leave. Grab this pad. Big turn. Nice. Now that is also fundamentals. But you know what? I'm just hopefully not going to get myself scored on right after saying that. I'm going to stay tight there. The reason is not necessarily just because I'm up 3 goals. I'm trying to make it awkward for him. Good game. Here we're on the replay portion of the video, and not gonna lie, this game was frustrating. This is a win. A really hard fought win, considering I had to like actually bust my ass to be able to make this win happen against a dude who was just played like a troll, and you'll understand why. My mental was already chalked going into this game, so it definitely didn't help. Of course, like it's a fortunate miss because I had just lost like 4 games midway through this recording. So after game 2, I lost like 4 games in a row trying to get a fresh game for a replay review, and just literally like 2 of my opponents were just really shitty to go against, just like completely unfun opponents. One of them was like an obvious, like, I wouldn't say smurf, but just like obviously somebody who was like very underranked. And then the last guy was a guy just before this. But this guy, yeah, was just brutal to go against. Not a lot going on, really. Just kind of normal one's gameplay here in this moment. You'll start to see kind of like how I open up the game as I kind of play. Here it's just a bit too aggressive, going for the 50 there. I understand the reasoning. Doing a good job grabbing all these boosts, though. Trying to play control, take time here. And just seeing how the 50 was going to go. And I actually do well with this 50. This guy gets like fucking 4 goals in a row in a little bit here. So after this second goal I get, this kid just gets like 4 goals, and it was just like stupid. Like it was just like generally like I was actually like, not gonna lie, I was actually kind of molding. I was definitely hard tilting this game. I had to drop the controller and just kind of put it down for a bit and just kind of like stop for a moment. I don't remember what exact goal, but it was definitely frustrating. Mental health is hard. Mental health is hard in Rocket League. It's hard to be consistent. It's hard to have that down pat. Still remain entertaining, but also like try to be constructive, instructive as well. And it's one of those examples where, honestly, if I got the touch there also, by the way, that if I got that touch, it would have actually really helped for the goal, because I would have been able to get a center side well before the opponent was actually like able to get there. But, you know, just try and take time, trying to do the right things. Need to not rush that. If the angle is hard to do, by the way, don't make this mistake like I did. It's a big mistake going for the mid boost there. It loses me positioning. Just don't do that. Mental health is hard though. It's hard to be super consistent. I'm going to talk about that instead of kind of groveling over the next 4 goals, because the next 4 goals were definitely kind of shitty. Try to be on top of it. He just gets a good 50 there. And once again, just things don't work out. That's fine. And, you know, I fidget a lot. My hands are always fidgeting, so it's nice when I'm playing a game like Rocket League. It's very stimulating, so my hands and my body and my mind are moving. Fuck up the kickoff here. Once I got super pissed off after losing that second goal and fucked up the kickoff, which of course, you know, on top of that. And this next one, insult to injury. He gets the perfect kickoff, which the way he does it is because I'm far to the left here, and I'm pushing it right, so it's naturally going to cut off this way, and that's why he had that opportunity. So Like, think about it this way. You see how far to the left I am of the center? I'm a full car width, essentially, from the center. When you're this far from the center, what happens is essentially it's like, in moments like this, watch the kickoff. So here, I'm staying fully to the left of this boost pad. So I still get the boost pad, excuse me, but I'm still like to the left. I need to be a little bit more to the right, and that starts with the kickoff. Like that starts actually with the speed flip itself. If you can get yourself just a tiny bit more centered, then you line yourself up a little bit better, and you'll be in the center. So he did a much better job of being centered. He comes across here, it pops over, and that's why it ended up going that particular direction. So he played that well. I did not. It's difficult to be consistent with mental health. Some days are better, some days aren't. You know, some people find medication works, some people find therapy works. Fortunately, he does get possession after trolling this kickoff, which is annoying. Some people find different things work, you know, and that kind of just depends on the person. Everybody has their own way of coping with stress and coping with difficulty. And it's hard in Rocket League because it's such a stressful game. And it is. It's fun. It's a very fun game. It is a video game after all, but when you're playing, like this guy was just also like, at this point, I was hard tilting. I was like, I'm just gonna bump you the second time, just for good measure, because you're playing like an asshole. I'm trying to shortcut that play, like doing that. It's obviously low percentage, but he's just closing the space because he just wants to get in my face. And at that point, again, already malding, already kind of like very pissed off, and he's just kind of like fucking with me a lot this game, which is, on top of already being malding, is like the worst thing you can do to somebody that's malding is like fuck with them more, because that's just going to make them even more annoyed. I managed to kind of claw this game back though. It took a lot of work though. He gets another goal here, which is unfortunate. Just trying to get set up here, and then he fakes for the reset, and then just goes for the plan B. But at this point, I'm like ready. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like ready to fucking throw my controller. I'm just like, all right, I'm fucking. It's super chalked, right? I was like, well, time to go for a reset of my own. And then I fake it too. So I was like, well, in your face, I could do the same shit too. And it works. Get myself a goal, get myself back to 4-5. Lots of game left though. Actually didn't fuck up my speed flip or my wave dash recovery this time. Unfortunately, we demo each other here, which of course favors him. Why? Because it goes to his side of the fucking goddamn field, dude. This happens so often in demo trades. It's like it'll be a case where they just get free position to work with, and he goes for the second bump there. That's why he flipped across. Like again, he's playing in a way that's to fuck with me, not necessarily to score. Like realistically, he should have scored this, but he's like going like he could have followed this up and just gone for that. Now another possible reason is like, oh, he just thought that was in, and he's just like, oh, whatever, you know, don't care. But like, you always follow up your shot. Like he just straight up just disengaged from this and just did not care. Like it's the kind of person that just did not care, and that's a really annoying and rough play style to play against when you're already struggling to keep your mental. People that play like that, it's very frustrating because they just play like so lackadaisical. They play so fast, they play like aggressive in the ways they're just like often brain dead, very dumb. And they do that because they know it works. They know how to get in your face, they know how to be annoying. Like it's just like, what is that challenge? Like obviously it's not a high percentage challenge, like, but it's just to be like annoying, and that's the whole point. So here, slow down the game. My goal here was just to slow it down, go for the bump. He ends up, of course, fortunately bumping me and gets the boost, which is fantastic. Again, mental health, totally fucked this game, totally fucked. And I mean like totally fucked. I was actually like super giga frustrated this game. At this point, like when I scored this goal, 4 seconds left. It then goes for the delay. On top of all the other shenanigans he's doing, he just goes for the late game 0-second delay, because why not, right? And I'm just like, alright, dude. Like, it's like, okay. It's just like, alright. Here, when the kickoff, we both fake. I had a feeling he was gonna just do that shit again, like he always does. Like a lot of other opponents do. Once they see you, like, get faked one time, they're gonna fake like 6 more times because they It's like Pavlovian conditioning, dude. It's like the dopamine hit of seeing that they get possession. They just have to fucking do the same shit over and over again. So if you do something different, they're completely flabbergasted at it. And so he didn't know what to do, and then now it created a good 50-50 for me instead of him having 100% of the possession time. So here, just playing slow. Unfortunately, the 50 kind of comes across here, just not flipping, just trying to stay grounded, bumping him, but not going for potentially more dangerous play. Here, tried to get the setup for a goal. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. That's fine. Grab this mid boost, rotate through, put myself in a good spot. Try to be aggressive here. Unfortunately, it doesn't bounce enough for me to be able to get a goal, so I go for the pump play. Kind of rotate back, put myself in a good spot here. Wait for the bounce here. Grab this corner boost, or this mid boost rather. Pop here. Trying to be careful, so grab this. He goes for the shot, which is very easily savable, of course. Just puts pressure. And then he goes for the challenge here, which again, like, who in their right mind goes for this? Like, who does that? Who thinks, ah, yes, that's a shootable angle. I'm going to get the perfect shot, and then fucks it up and gets scored on. Like, and of course, like, this goal misses. Fine, you know, mental's already completely super chalked at this point. Might as well just miss an open net, right? And then I get this goal back on him, which is really satisfying. It was actually, I'm not gonna lie, it was like almost cathartic. It was almost cathartic to be able to get that goal against somebody who played this way. And you know, it's difficult. There's a lot of times where, as a player, you just get frustrated. Definitely today was one of those days as a player in ones. This was just a really rough one session, and ones is like this a lot. It's really hard to just keep the mental right, and it's weird because it's like you try to make adjustments with your mental mid game, and it was just like, I found it only improved when I commentated. When I was just playing, like, and I was literally just trying to play the game and get like a game for a recording. It was so much harder to get my mental consistent because it's like I didn't have anything to keep me like mentally like in the flow. And I'm realizing that's kind of like, that's a byproduct of doing this with YouTube and doing gameplay commentary, like live gameplay commentary. Because the thing is, you get so used to doing that when you do something different, it seems like just mentally could not process that like normal. So like normal plays that you would think like, oh, you could just make it work, just miss. You know, instead of hitting the open net, I end up like crossbar out, or I hit the wall, you know, and just like, or mess up my flip, or like that almost exact goal. You know, just same mistake. So it's like, ones is hard for that reason. And I always colloquially always struggled with this in ones. It's always been a pain point for me in ones. Like, that has been something I tried to improve through, and it's caused more mistakes too because just the mental block of it. Even though I've mechanically improved and game sense improved, like overall I've improved. That's like, if I go back in time and look at how I played like a year ago, like I definitely improved. It's not like I haven't. It's just the fact that like in the moment you feel like you're struggling. In the moment, you kind of are struggling, you know, technically. You kind of are, but yeah, it's just kind of how things are in ones. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section though if you guys if you guys kind of struggle with this too, or know the feeling, because I know this is like probably not an isolated thing for just me. I'm sure other people struggle with this too in ones, really just any hyper competitive situation, and especially in like a duel where it's a 1v1 where the pressure is always on you and you alone. When it's distributed in a team setting, it's a lot different. It's oftentimes easier, it feels like, because I can just make adjustments. We can make adjustments as a team, and then other teams make adjustments, and there's like a different flow to that. Presents its own challenges, of course, but yeah, let me know what you guys think, if that's something you struggle with too, and maybe if you guys If you are, maybe we can kind of talk about how we can kind of work through that. That being said, though, if you want me to replay review your games, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure you hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Speedy Man out.